Happy days. Alright, so for the cameras, names.
Detroit.
Yeah. Aaron, cheer. Fucking thanks for being here, boys.
No, all good spotter.
And yeah, fuck, like I said, bro, like, casual as, be you, fucking
Do whatever you want, eh?
Talk straight
shit.
up, bro, yeah, because, fuck, like,
Cool.
so many podcasts are all like, okay, here's the first question.
Yeah,
Tell me your expertise on everything that you have to know about this topic. It's like, bro, that's not real.
Nah, yeah, like,
That's not
you just
a
gotta
proper yarn.
gotta act natural around it, but it's fucking,
Yeah.
it's like, actors, like, yeah, when people jump on the podcast, they're acting something out, and
Yeah.
it's not even a real thing, that's not who you are.
Hard. So what fucking, like, what resonated with you, bro? Like, what did you like about it when you saw it? Like, what?
What got to me, bro, was the freedom, me. Like, you're like, obviously you're not working, you're like me, no work, no job, but you're out there giving something a go, and that's just, to me, that's gangster.
Shot, bro.
Yeah, like,
That's
I really think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And yeah, that's just what got to me. I was like, that's like a cool idea. He's giving something a go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, thank you, bro. That's fucking awesome. That's a great reason to want to support and be
Yeah.
a part of it, man. And it is, man. It's a fucking it's tough out here, bro. Like, I admit my circumstance at the moment with working, like, I gotta accept that I play a part in that.
Yep.
And like, you know, there's things that I can do that, and I am pursuing work. Like, that's, you know, it's on the fucking horizon, but this is what I really want to do. Like, just fucking yarning with people about this shit. Because, bro, so many people are like in this mindset of, fuck, I've just got to go do this job and then come home and then go to the job and come home, and it's like,
that's not a life, bro.
that's not a life.
It's not
bro.
a life.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I just don't want to get trapped in that. And since I've realized that this is what I want to talk about, the funny thing that's happened is actually I don't feel as trapped. Like, I don't mind the idea of working now, and I don't mind the idea of doing all that stuff now, because I know when I'm done, I'm doing this.
Yep.
I'm going to go talk to people and I'm going to ask them about it and shit. So, I don't know, it brought me a lot of like relief in that way, but then I thought, how many people spend their whole lives without ever coming to that conclusion, or like realizing that those are the three things, or like,
They just
you
don't.
know? Yeah, so I was like, fuck, man.
It's like they're trapped. Like, you know, they go to work, say 8 to 5 every day for 40 years. But think of the time you're wasting.
Bruh.
Like, you're going to work for somebody when you could be at home working for yourself. And that's all it is. It's, people can, like, you know, they just have to work out what they actually want to do and pursue it. Not, yeah, they just look at life on a whole different level. It's like, what are you doing? You're wasting your life. And it's all because it's money makes people happy. It don't make people happy. It's just something that you think you need, but you don't actually need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that John Bellion bar, bro. Do you listen to John Bellion much?
No.
Bro, he's gangster. He's a New York rapper and singer. You know that song All Time Low? I'm at an old...
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh,
so he's
yeah.
got like that album. He's got crazy range, like raps and singing and shit. But in one of them, it's I'm pretty sure it's New York on The Human Condition. He's got this bar, and he says, "'Cause if money can erase the pain, then how the fuck do you explain a bunch of millionaires that kill themselves?" And it's like, bro, that's such a bar, man. Like,
That's on.
yeah, and that's exactly what you just said, bro. It's like fucking people going through this thing and like trying to find the relief from it, you know? But the relief is like when the paycheck comes, you're like, oh, good, all right.
I got money.
Yeah,
Like,
sweet, okay.
yeah.
And then so then we connect that with happiness, because we're like, well, when I have that, I feel a relief that I don't get from anything else. So it must be money. And it's like, no, bro.
It's not.
It's the food, it's the shelter, it's knowing that shit's looked after. And then, you fucking buy it.
Yeah.
And then
Go buy yourself a nice fucking green bud. Straight up.
Yeah, and it's like, fuck, why not? You know, when that's what you've got, and you do your thing, and at the end of the week you're like, I got this much money. It's like, well, fucking make it a good time. I've only got a few hours after work every day. Might as well enjoy it. You know, like, it's very understandable where fucking what people do with their time outside of Mahi and shit, bro. Like, we're all just kicking it, trying to
be somebody in life.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
hard.
that's all it is.
Hard. I like that, man. I like that. So what are you doing now? What are you up to? Like fucking.
I'm actually on the sickness benefit, but I was sick, bro. I got sick, and then I'm not allowed to work no more. So
Fuck, sorry, bro. Are you doing alright though? Like
Yeah,
overall, you're getting by. Like,
I'm happy as, bro. Kick back, do what I want.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm on TikTok trying to make videos. And,
yeah.
Go follow the foundation. Foundation 97.
Yeah, fucking oath. Plug, bro. Plug that shit.
Up.
Yeah.
But fuck yeah, that's on TikTok.
Yeah.
But
So what? Because bro, I don't actually follow you on TikTok. I got you on Instagram and that, but I don't know you were doing that. So what do you do? What do you make clips of?
I'd like clip anything, bro. Video games, fishing, fucking anything that I get up to.
Oh yeah, mate.
Yeah, just
chuck it up.
Stuff that I feel passionate about at the time.
Yeah, gangster. I like that, bro. Have you seen this is a bit of a sidetrack, but you said clips. I know you're talking about your stuff, but have you seen any of those pages? It's just like people take clips from other people's shit and then make whole pages, bro. So there's this thing called Opus Clip. Have you guys heard of that?
No.
So Opus Clip is like an AI fucking thing, right? And if you take a link from, say, I don't know, like a stream you really like watching of a bro playing COD, or you fucking take a YouTube video of some kind of playing chess, like whatever you're into, or do fishing, right?
Yep.
And then you take that link and you put it into Opus Clip. It'll then chop that up into all little small like reels from it, and then it'll fucking give them to you, and then you can download those, and then people post like all these little mini clips of other people's big content. And then they'll tag the creator in it or whatever, and make sure that they're like, this is from them. And somehow, bro, it's like legal. You fucking, if you get, I don't know, it's cents on like to millions of streams. But if you are fucking pumping those out, I mean, Opus Clip's like, I don't know, maybe $50 or $100 a year. And then if you fucking put out clips of other people's shit, bro, like people make a living off that, which is just crazy. Like
fucking making a living off other people's clips.
It's wild, bro.
It's buzzy.
Yeah.
But you can't blame them though if it's that easy. Like
exactly. Exactly. There's so many like invisible jobs like that now because of the internet. Like you can just kind of not do nothing, but fuck all. Like, and
make
get
money.
a little bit of this and a bit of that. But I mean, even that, bro. Like my dad, he's now like, late 50s or mid 50s. I don't know, he'll probably strangle me for getting that wrong.
As they do, fucking old kids.
Yeah, bro. But, like, he's fucking had a few jobs and stuff, and then, like, as you get older, it's, like, harder to get back into the workforce, even though he's just as good as a fucking worker as anyone else, And so he asks me, like, was there anything I can do online? And I'm like, bro, I don't know. Like, these fucking marketing things and all of this shit that people do, I'm like, I don't actually get it, so I can't teach you how to do that.
But they expect us to know because
like, surely, bro. And I'm like, nah. And then Dad's like, well, how are you getting money from the podcast? I'm like, no. I'm just doing it, bro. I was like, we'll get there, hopefully. But
surely,
yeah, but I don't know. It's a buzzy world, man. And with the pod, like, it's not something I'm trying to like do for money, but if I can fucking make money off it enough to get by and keep doing it, then fuck yeah, that's me. Like,
fucking oath, that's cool, bruv.
Yeah.
It's just like, as I said, you're out here giving something a go, and that's cool.
Shut, bro.
Yeah.
It means a lot, man. It's pretty crazy though to like, I don't know, sometimes I feel, it's obviously all in my head, but especially like thinking back on like growing up in Dannevirke shit, you're like, you don't know.
DVK.
Yeah, bro, fucking much love and like.
But that's home though.
Yeah, absolutely. But the thing I worry about is like, because I was a kid growing up there, and so my kid brain's like, oh, everyone at Dannevirke is kind of think I'm dumb and like think I'm like tripping out and like, what are you doing?
He must be on something, guys.
Hard. Like he's smoking something else, bro. I got real worried about all that before I started doing it. I was
like anxiety.
Yeah, big time, bro. Like big time, and to the point where I like. Fuck, it would upset me, Like I'd be sitting there, and when you're just in your own head and you're trying to do what I guess, especially if I was smoking or whatever, and I'm just like, oh, I think this could fix the whole world. And then you're like, oh, that's you can't say that, like how can that be real? It can't be this simple, it can't be that. And it's not a simple thing, but the concept itself is simple.
It's like the concept, New Zealand's in a recession right now. Obviously, I'm sitting here smoking away, having canes. The problem that can fix New Zealand is what I'm smoking, bro. It's weed. And it's
so much money.
Oh, there's billions of dollars in it.
Yeah.
And you know, fuck, they can just fix our economy with it, and they're just too scared to pull the trigger.
I think like, I don't disagree. I think it's a big part of it.
Yep.
And I think also too, bro, like if you're gonna make weed legal, you also have to make it legal for everyone that's selling weed now
Yep.
to make a business and not be prosecuted for that. And I think that's why the vote didn't work
That's
last
the problem.
time, is because they didn't have that in place. So it was like, oh, so we're voting for weed to become legal so that the government can take all of our fucking money selling weed that we're selling now.
Yeah.
Like whoever it is, like, you know, fuck, from small to big time, like sellers, it's like, that's their income.
Yeah.
Because they're not getting enough from the current system. So if you make it legal but don't let them in on it, then you're just creating a whole bunch of criminals that are just immediately going to start like a black market and fucking keep doing it under all the shit. So it's like, you got to make sure that they're looked after and that they can become legitimate businessmen and women and can like, because then people will get behind it, I reckon. But I don't know, that's just what I reckon fucked it up.
That's a cool prospect of it too, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just think, personally myself, I think it's the way to go, and
Bro, we could make so much money off this shit. It's
bro,
crazy.
the edibles, the stores, the jobs.
The jobs,
That
bro.
will create.
Yeah, bro.
It's like, thinking about it, like, you know.
Yeah. Imagine like, okay, think about this. I'm doing the job seeker at the moment, and
Yep.
it's like every job, it's like pass a drug test. Now, if I was smoking crack or fucking some shit like that, I'd be sweet for one of those in like a few days.
Yeah.
But if I
72
smoked a
hours.
doobie a week ago, I
Yes.
can't get this job. It's
Yeah.
like
It's
designed to
fuck.
fuck over weed smokers, you
Yeah.
know? So, I don't know, man. If people were selling weed legally, it'd be like, you wouldn't have to pass a drug test to work at a weed store, surely. Like,
Yeah.
you're probably smoking it in there, like, you know?
Fucking sampling the product.
Yeah. So then you got a whole bunch of fucking people in New Zealand that smoke that aren't like, you know, that aren't keen to fucking, or aren't able to go work because maybe they smoke for their anxiety or they smoke because of this or whatever, but then it restricts them from getting all
fail
of
the
those
test.
jobs.
Yep.
Yeah. It's fucking bullshit,
It's
man.
sad, bro. And you'll find most people actually function better when smoking weed. Like, they get better work ethic in that, but if you take that away from them, then their work ethic just turns to shit, and it's sad.
Yeah. And it's a lot to do with how you like grow up and what you put in your routine. You know,
Yep.
it's like I got to a certain, I don't know, I was probably like, how old? I would have been 16, 17, probably start smoking buds.
Yep.
And I was like, you know, it was just something with the bros or whatever, and like chill, and then start smoking on my own, and then fucking writing raps, bro. And like, fuck, that was dangerous.
Bro, your raps are fucking, they're on though, they're gangster.
Shot, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not stopping either. I'm
Nah,
still
that's
doing
me.
that, bro. Yeah. I was actually just jamming. I've got close to an album, bro. I was like, well,
Nearly
I'll
an album ready.
yeah,
Ooh.
I'll call it a mixtape though, because it's not really like I made all the songs to be a story. It's
Yep.
more like I made them all at random points, and then now I'm like, oh, there's like 12 of them, so I should probably fucking
Vicious, I can't
put
wait
them
to
out.
listen to that,
Yeah,
bro.
bro, I'll show you some after we've
Yep,
done some with the pod. I'll
solid.
play you boys some shit. But yeah, like, you know, doing that and it being a part of me, like smoking and then creating, and then I still create without it now. I don't need to smoke to write or anything like that, but you know, it's a part of me, like smoking and like that fucking thing. And even though I don't do it like all the fucking time, when I want to, it's like a really nice thing, and it's a part of relaxing. It's a part of opening my mind up, bro. Singing on weed is so gangster.
Yeah, it's
like,
cool, man.
Fuck, you get some mean vibes. You just really connect with shit, and so you know, you can't expect for people that have grown up with that and that are using like as they're going and it's a part of their life to just be like, oh, sorry, I'm just gonna stop and put on a collared shirt and just go like be a good boy for the fucking working man for the next 40 years of my life. It's like, that's bullshit.
Yep.
Not many people are gonna do that. Like,
It's like weed for me, brother. I could not sit here and do this podcast if I was not stoned.
yeah,
Simple.
straight up, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the fact that I'm sitting there smoking, acting normal, and just doing what I do during the day, brother, and
yeah.
straight up, just
Yeah.
comfortable. That's what it is.
Me,
And
I'm
that's-
glad it helps facilitate, bro.
Yep.
Because you're right, bro. It's a catalyst. Like, it just pairs well with fucking getting people to their level sometimes, bro. Like,
Yep.
that's why I'm vaping, because I know I want a cone, but I know I can't talk once I have a cone.
Yeah,
so
so
I'm like,
it'll be-
I have the vape, and that'll just like hold me in a space where I don't feel like, you know, because nicotine's got a pretty good grip on me. I gotta admit, you know,
Yeah.
like, do you usually just smoke straight?
I'm just straight, brother. Yeah, yep.
Safe. Like I started out with heaps of spin cones and shit, so it was like fuck, bro, that just got.
This fella loves
nicotine.
spinning.
Yeah, you like the spin those?
Yeah, I don't see the hype behind it. I'm just like, that's gay, bro. Like, we can...
Bro, I reckon for me it started out because I didn't have enough money to buy like more than a tin or whatever. And
Yep.
so I was like, oh, well, if I put backy with this, I get like 2 tins worth of cones rather than one, you know, if I 50-50 this shit. And it was pretty gnarly. And then now I'll smoke straights and it's all good. I'll smoke spin, it's all good. But like, yeah, I still have that nicotine thing. So even if I'm just smoking straight weed, it's like, I want a little vape because my brain's like, it's almost like nicotine's what brings me back and weed's what makes me stay, you know?
Yep.
It's like when I'm like sober, I'll be like, I'd love a cone. And then I'm like, do I want a cone or do I just want some nicotine? And then I hit a vape and I'm like, oh no, all good, I'll have a cone later. Like, you know, you just woke up. Like,
And you tried the Coca-Cola vape, bro?
yeah, G.
That's some fucking mean
Oh,
flavour.
go hard too, bro. It's fucking, it's
Oh,
like a
yep.
cherry flavour. Yeah, fuck, it's pretty nice. I don't mind it. But yeah, fuck, it's a little devil stick, bro. Lethal. It's not bad, eh?
That's nice. I like that flavour.
Yeah.
My flavour's that cherry.
Yeah, it's cherry something. Cherry pomegranate. I'm such a sweet vape guy, eh? Like fruits, cola, like that shit.
Yep.
But I don't really like
I don't-
tobacco flavours.
I don't even vape with it. I just like, yeah, if it's around, I'll pick it up and have a puff. But yeah, I don't actually vape, eh?
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, I've never gotten into it, and
It's probably a good thing, bro.
yeah, I just,
Yeah.
well, I've got a bad enough addiction. Yeah, that's, yep, no. Straight up, I do, Lee.
Yeah. No, I feel it, dog. I
Yep.
feel you. Fuck. Oh, yeah, nah, it's a crazy life, bro. I think that sometimes I wonder whether or not any of it is going to go anywhere in terms of, like, the conversation becoming something, like, people are really talking about and, like, a way of doing something about it or whatever. But I think I've accepted that it's actually all good to just chill and have yarns either
Just
way. you
meeting new people, bro. It's,
know?
yeah.
And catching up with fucking old ones,
Old
too,
ones,
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
exactly.
Like, yeah.
Like, fuck. Like, you know, you could be meeting new people and that, and, you know, it might not work out for you, bruv, but at the end of the day, you might make a new bro, or...
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, hard.
It's not all about just trying to make something of yourself. You're, like, making friends and connections with other people.
Bro, beautiful. I do think sometimes, like, having something happen, like, say, the podcast becoming really popular, is often what you might, in your mind, be like, that's when, like, I've made something of it.
Yeah.
But by doing it at all, you've already made something of it, I reckon. I think once you fucking, if you're doing it, you're already on. You know?
Yeah, if you don't start something, you're not going to get nowhere, bro.
Yeah.
So you might as well start it and see where it goes.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I've had some trippy yarns with people too, man. Like, some real
Well,
buzzy
fuck
yarns.
yeah, I bet.
Bro, and sometimes I don't actually like it, eh? I'm like, fuck, I don't know if I wanted to know that. You
Yeah,
know, like,
but-
about how shit that's in food and fucking all sorts of stuff, bro. I'm just like, fuck, is that what's happening? Or like...
But that's just what people want to talk about, eh, bro? And yeah,
Well, that's the thing, is that I've never had the same conversation twice with people. Like, there's always...
something else,
Yeah.
something different.
Always, bro.
That's cool.
And even if it's not, like... I don't know. Even if it's not something... like, completely different, it's just worded in a different way, or they have different things that are important to them in their life that have made them be like, oh, this is why this matters to me, you know, like,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's fucking cool, bro. And like you said, I've bumped into some random people and had yarns, and they're like, whoa, that's crazy, it's so cool. And I don't always record it. Sometimes I'll just yarn with people.
Just
and be
have
like,
a chat.
Yeah, because that, you know, it's recorded in our brains. We can fucking
you can
pass
just-
on the conversation and go have yarns with other people. So like,
Point the camera at the wall and just have a yarn about it, or yeah.
bro, straight up. That's what I do. The one, you know, the ones at home that are like behind and they're looking out at the ocean.
Yep.
So that's where I live. with
That's a cool
with my
view, bro.
It's fucking gangster, bro. Waking up there every morning is like,
That would be cool to sit back and
bro,
Yeah,
good
straight
for the
up.
soul, bro. Like waking up and fucking like sitting out there and just being like, holy shit, like, all right, lots to be grateful for, you know.
Yep.
But putting the camera behind, I did that because when it's like right in your face, sometimes it fucks with
People
people.
look
And
at
it's
it, eh?
like, oh no, like that's something that's going on. I don't know, how am I supposed to sit and shit and like all that kind of stuff.
and if it's behind them, they can't see it, so they're just
so they're
normal.
just like, having a yarn. And
Yep.
it's like mean. And the amount of times people say afterwards, like, bro, I forgot we were recording like so many times. We were just fucking chatting shit. And it didn't, I don't put pressure on being like, we need to talk about politics, or we need to talk
Yeah.
about the economy.
Just
or we need
let the conversation flow, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Because there's so many different, like, there's different levels to it in terms of, I don't know, I guess if you were going to take it to the government and try, like, make a change and shit, right?
Yeah.
But before any of that, it's like, do people actually give a fuck? You know? And you don't have to be a fucking political or an economist or a fucking psychologist to be like, yeah, this matters to me. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, and because it's such a simple concept like food, water, shelter, everyone can talk about it. And that's the part that I like the most.
Yeah.
I don't need to get on a doctor. I don't need to get on a fucking scientist. Like, I can just yarn with bros and fucking girls and, like, whoever's around with where they're at and be like, what do you reckon? Because we're the people that fucking vote for shit.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's our decision, not, like, their decision.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. It's a public government because it fucking serves the public, bro. Like, they're public servants. That's the whole point of it, you know? I don't know. What's your, like, craziest conspiracy theory? You got any?
Oh, craziest conspiracy theory, you reckon? Fuck.
I love this shit, bro. It's all good if you don't, but I'm crazy.
Nah, I love it too, bro. But fucking, oh, no, that's a hard one. What's a crazy conspiracy theory, brother? Big help. Nah, what, do you got one, bro? And I'll think of one.
Yeah, alright. I got heaps, G. I think about heaps of trippy shit, and like I've had so many of these yarns of conspiracy theories that I'm just like, fuck.
Usually I can think of them, bro. I'm
Yeah.
just too big.
No, you're all good.
Yeah.
I reckon the biggest one that fucks with me is probably the whole 5G thing.
Yeah.
That thing fucks me up because I think it's something that's so easy to be like, that's ridiculous, because the whole idea is that somehow the 5G towers are like affecting people, right?
Yeah.
Like they're doing something to affect you or I don't know how it works, but that's what they're saying, right? So immediately I'm like, no, that's not happening, right? But then I started to learn more about like energy fields and shit, bro. Like on a spiritual level first, just talking to people about chakras and fucking all that kind of stuff. And I was like,
Yep.
all right, this is about equal with the conspiracy theory in my brain. I'm like, it might be true, it might not, depends what you believe, but you can take something out of it if you want to. And then I started to read about like the science of energy fields and like the whole idea of like, say for example, like this table, right, is solid.
Yeah.
Right, so it's like, we think of that as matter, like
Yep.
matter is solid. But this table and everything that it's made up of, like all the matter, is all fucking molecules and shit that get smaller and smaller and smaller, you know? And eventually there's actually gaps in between it. So there's a chance, like a very fucking one in an infinity's chance, that if I go like this, my hand will go through the table.
Yep.
Like, for whatever reason, everything just lines up that I can go and go through the table. What that means is that this isn't actually made up of anything hard. It's made up of like vibrating things that are at a certain frequency that makes it hard. So it's not actually hard, it's just like vibrating to make it seem hard. And so what that means is like the table is vibrating at a certain frequency, right? So is my vape, so is this cup, so is the bong, so are we.
Yep.
Right? And so all of this is technically the same energy. It's just existing at different frequencies. So it's like the table's at this frequency and then the fucking bottle's at that frequency, and that's why this is a different thing to that. But because it's all energy, that means technically if we're able to manipulate that energy, then you can change like the state of matter, like the physical stuff, right? Like if you were to light this table on fire,
Yeah.
you're adding extra energy, which means it's going to turn it into something else, which is fucking flames and then a pile of ash, right?
Yep.
So the where this connects with the whole 5G tower thing is like we have like a field of energy around us as a person, right? So when we're talking and shit, we're exchanging energy, like it's going back and forth, and like what I'm saying is getting to you, and then you're going, oh, okay, and then that affects the way that you're feeling and thinking. Like if I was being a dick or I was being real aggressive and shit, you'd be like, whoa man, like fuck,
Get
you
the
know?
fuck out of
Yeah,
my
yeah,
house.
yeah. So
Yeah,
you would
fucking-
respond with like your energy, and it looks like like a physical exchange or something, but really it's just energy, just
Just
going
clash.
back and forth. Yeah.
It's like an earthquake, bro.
Exactly.
Tectonic plates, bang.
Bang, and then everything else shakes, and then that fucking creates like a ripple effect,
Yep.
right? So if we have a bad interaction, when we leave each other, you two are gonna sit here and be like, "That guy's a fucking dick," and
Yeah,
like,
he's a
"What
fucking
the hell
mopper."
was that all about?" Like, fuck, and then I'm gonna go away and be like, "Oh, I don't know why I bothered going all the way down there," and then we're gonna like be the energy that's reverberating out, and we're gonna ripple and go tell other people about our fucking experience, right?
Yep.
But if we have a good experience, it's the same thing.
It's
So
just gonna
like,
be.
good shit gets spread out, right?
That bro's cool. Go have a talk with that fella.
Exactly. And so the thing about the 5G tower is supposedly is that we're all kind of in a communal field of energy. Even when we're not together, like if I think of you, like my energy goes to you a little bit, you know,
Yep.
like if you're in a big ass group, like a whole crowd of people, and you're like, there's someone on the stage killing it, it's like the energy is so much bigger because so many people are there being like, whoa, you know? Now, what that has to do with the towers, like I've been trying to get to, is that they are creating a field of energy as well. And supposedly the field of energy that the towers are creating is a non-resonant frequency. And what that means is basically like, the Earth has a frequency, right? Just like the table, just like me and you.
Yep.
And the Earth's natural frequency is like, I don't know what it is, but it's a baseline, it's normal, and it's what we resonate with. Like when we put our feet on the ground, we become grounded, our energy connects with the Earth, and like it's a good relationship. The towers are on a non-natural frequency, so it's like weird. It's like, you know when you are listening to the radio station and you're like just about to click onto the right channel,
Yeah.
but you're kind of just before it and you sort of half hear it, but you half hear.
Yep.
That's the 5G tower energy. So it's like, oh no, it's all good, but it's actually not. You're like a couple clicks off where you should be. And the reason why I like that resonated with me is because in music, right? All music is tuned to 440 hertz, which is like a certain frequency. But that frequency is one of those weird grey frequencies as well. And so the conspiracy theory here, the very big, the big finish, I guess, is that all energy is being manipulated in a very subtle way in order to make us just feel a little bit off. And all that does, really, is just like make it a little bit harder for you to be on. You know, like, when you just feel fucking on? And
Yeah,
like,
on the fucking level, let's go,
it's because
boys.
you're just fucking on the frequency that you're just like, oh, we're on a good vibe. And
Yeah,
it's like
let's have
good
a fucking
vibes,
party.
good
Yep.
vibrations, good frequency. It's like, and sort of watching all of those different things, like from a fucking, how they tune music to how, matter relates to one another, how we relate to one another, and all of that's energy, and all of these things like 5G towers and music and stuff like are all tuned to a slightly off frequency. It's like, that's a pretty fucking solid foundation for a conspiracy. Like, okay, so we're all...
Do it again, Foundation, TikTok.
That was so good, bro. Fuck. Yeah, go on there and you can listen to Detroit talk about all these conspiracy theories.
Yeah, bro, hard.
Yeah, well, that's the thing too. I'll opus clip this,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we'll get a bunch of clips, and you can put them on your TikTok and stuff if you want to
Fucking
as
cool,
well.
bro. You're
Yeah,
hard.
mate. Yeah, I'll share them. But yeah, like I think that's probably the scariest conspiracy theory I have, because it's fucking with an aspect of reality that most people don't even think it matters.
Yep.
But it's everything. It's like fucking everything's made up of energy. So if energy's being fucked with, then we're being fucked with.
It's just the whole fucking... If you think about energy, though, the fucking Earth needs energy as well. So technically, you're fucking with the Earth.
Exactly, bro.
Because,
Yeah, and it's like, the movie Avatar, like the blue people,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
how it's like the fucking planet's alive and we're connected to it, bro. Like
the second one was shit, but yeah.
yeah, it was a little bit harder
There was
to get
just
through.
no story to it, brother. It was like, fuck.
It was like a big story arc of just one dude getting revenge, like it was between Sully and that guy, and it was
Yep.
just like, man, yeah, it was odd.
No, it was just, to me, it was a complete waste of time. I just sat and got stoned and fell asleep. But just,
You know how it's like the way of water?
Yep.
Apparently they're going to do fire and earth.
Yeah, that's the third one, eh?
Yeah, so it's like the Avatar Legion of Aang, like,
Yeah.
which I think is just like, come on,
No,
man.
they're copying.
Yeah,
bro.
just fucking plug the
Yeah.
Avatar, bro. Avatar Legion of Aang is one of the best series, period, bro.
The fucking, even the live remake that they've done.
It's actually
That's
pretty good. The
fucking-
new one, not
yeah.
the movie, the TV series.
Yeah,
It's
on
not
Netflix,
bad.
it's fucking fire,
Yeah,
man.
I enjoyed it too,
Yeah.
bro. It was good.
I'm
Like,
actually excited for the next 2 seasons.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that shit is like, have you ever seen people like on the internet waterbending, airbending, anything like that?
There, bro, yeah.
Yeah, what do you think about all that stuff?
Oh, I think it's like, come on, like
That's
like,
what I'm saying,
you know,
man.
stop whipping the piss, like,
Yeah, okay. So look, I agree. I'm with you.
yeah,
Now I got to play the conspiracy theorist. So, if everything's energy, right,
Yeah.
and we can manipulate energy, why can't we manipulate water and
because
air
our
and,
mind,
like, all of this shit?
our mind's not that powerful, bro.
It
like,
is, bro.
nah,
It is.
like,
Gotta be.
I get what you mean. It
Yeah.
is, but it's just not.
All right, okay. Let me tell you a crazy story. This is a true story.
Yep.
This is fact, no fiction, right? And something that scientists are like, they still don't really know how to fucking understand. I read it yesterday at the start of this Joe Dispenza book, right? Who's a crazy fucking human. If you look up some of his shit, you'll see where I'm getting at. But he's like he's a scientist, and he just wants to like prove on a scientific level how powerful our minds are,
Yep.
right? And the start of the book, not even like in the story, just the foreword, some person tells a story about some trippy shit that's happened over human history that we haven't been able to explain. And there's this one story of this monk, goes up on a fucking hill, parks up, does his thing, you know. I think he lived for like 200 years or something. No shit. So people go up to check it out and be like, what's this guy's secret? He's fucking however many years old. This is crazy, right? This dude does a demonstration to show how, to him, in his mind, with his mind, he has convinced himself, and he is living in a world where he and the table are the same. Like, me and the table are the exact same thing. So if I wanted to, I could fucking put a handprint of my hand in this table right now,
Yep.
just by going, and it would just do it. But he did it with rock. So there's like there's all these like stone walls and shit, and there's fucking handprints from him putting his hand on the rock, and then just people watch it, and it's like sand will fall out below his hand, like he turns the rock to sand, and then takes his hand off, and there's a clean handprint of his hand on the rock. And it's all because in his mind, there's no difference between him and the table. So he's like, well, if I wanted to move something of me,
Yeah.
I can. So I can do that with the table. And that's
Fuck,
like,
that's
I
trippy,
know, bro. It's crazy. So I'm with you. It's fucked up, and it doesn't make any sense, and it's not easy. But I think that the reason why it's so far from like a possibility in our minds, we're like, fuck, how the fuck could you do
That's
that?
not reality.
It's
like,
not reality.
Yeah.
It's because we don't believe it. Which is like, fucking, what is that? You know?
Like, if we believed in it,
It-
it'll happen.
Yeah.
You reckon?
Yeah. So, but okay, this is the thing about it, right? Have you guys heard of the placebo effect?
I have, but I don't know much about it.
So there's the placebo and the nocebo, right?
Yep.
The placebo effect is when you think something good is going to happen, or you have a belief in your mind that something good is going to happen.
And it doesn't.
It does.
It does happen.
It does.
Oh, yeah.
So like what they did is they gave a bunch of people with cancer, and like split them up into two groups, and they gave one group the actual treatment, and then they gave the other group nothing but sugar pills. And they were just like, here you go, this is the new cancer treatment, it's fucking top of the line, it's perfect for your cancer. There's a really good chance that this is gonna like make significant improvements in your cancer. They were giving them sugar and water. There was nothing in it that was supposed to help them. And one guy went fully into remission. His cancer was gone, like within a few weeks. Because in his mind, he was like, I'm getting better. I'm getting better.
That's
Every day.
nuts.
Drinking, taking his things, going, I'm getting better, I'm getting better. He just believed. He's like, I'm getting better, and
gone.
this is the stuff. Craziest part about it was, though, is that this dude found out that it was a placebo effect, and all his cancer came back. Because he was like, oh, I'm not even taking anything. Oh my God. And then he lost his belief in it. All his cancer came back, and he died. That's a horrible story, I know.
That's true.
Yeah, it's terrible
Yeah.
as, I know. But the Joe Dispenza guy, like, and all that, he's done similar things over weeks of like getting people in to do healing meditations and shit like that, and people have been healed from their cancer because they believe that they can be healed, and those people are still fucking great to this day.
It's like what you're doing now, bro. People can talk to you about the most randomest shit, but deep down inside you don't know that they might be hurting and wanting to talk to somebody about some random shit, and you're healing people, bro.
Thank you, man.
That's what beautiful. It is.
I think that's what we do naturally with each other, like whether we even notice, you know, like holding space for people and just yarning and connecting is like, it'll take people a long way, you know, like you feel seen, you feel heard. It's a good thing. And if this placebo shit is like, so there's placebo and then nocebo, and nocebo is like, they'll give somebody water, just water or sugar water, and they'll be like, this is going to make you throw up. And they're like, what? And it's like, it's probably going to make you sick, so just like, be ready. And they drink it and they start getting sick. It's just water. Same thing. So the point is that if you believe in really fucking positive shit and you're like, this is actually how this works, this is how it operates, it's going to happen. But if you believe in negative shit, it's going to happen. So it's like the person who thinks that they can and the person who thinks that they can't, they're both right. And that's the trippiest part about all of this.
And it's all in your mind. Because your mind's just
fucking powerful, bro.
Buzzy.
Yeah. But I agree in terms of the whole, you know, when you hear about it now, you're like,
stop bumping the piss.
Yeah, stop taking the piss. Like I see people with tinfoil.
And they're walking around
and they're there with their hands and they're like, and then like the tinfoil like moves and they're like, whoa, and I'm like, bro, I don't know about
it's like
that,
I had this mate, bro. Have you heard of the app Plenty of Fish?
No.
Oh, it's like a dating app.
Okay, that
but like,
makes sense.
You can go live on it and like meet other people and shit. And I had this mate, bro, and he tied a fishing wire to his like toe and like connected it up to like a dartboard or something, bro. And he went live and he had a big following. He had like, I think it was like 300,000 people watching him, G. And he'd just trip them out there, bro, and move his toe so the fishing line would move the dartboard and be like, fuck, there's a ghost. And like, no shit, he'd have it tied up to different things, bro, so it'd be like, that just moved, and he'll show his hands and shit, and they couldn't see the fishing line, bro.
He's just like wiggling it.
Couldn't see the fishing line, and he was out here tripping people out.
Fuck. And he was just at 300,000 followers. That's
bro, he had a big following.
And I mean, that's the thing, bro, like, we're talking about invisible jobs and shit, like, doing stuff like clipping people's shit and whatnot, but you can create whatever you want. All people see is what you post. So if you can make it look legit or whatever, you can sell anything, you know? And the thing is, like, I don't know, some people might hear that and be like, oh, that's fucking ratchet, you can't pretend it. It's like, what do you mean? He can do whatever he wants. Like, he's creating a world, and you're coming inside and going, whoa.
It's like jumping on Minecraft, bro, and creating a world on Minecraft.
Exactly. And then you go on the server and you're like, this isn't real life. It's like, no shit, you're on the internet. Like, what did you think this was going to be? Like,
but in your mind, why can't you take what you put into Minecraft and put it into something in real life and create it?
Yeah, bro. And that's the thing too, is that a lot of the time, like for me, man, I don't know. I don't want to assume or say anybody's any certain way, but I can talk for myself. I did not think for a real long time, and I still struggle with it, bro, like, that I'm just enough as a person, like, or that I deserve more than what I have, you know? And that was like part of those experiments of thinking about being super rich and stuff. The reason I was doing that is because I couldn't fathom it, bro. I grew up in a house with parents working 2 jobs and fucking working hard, bro, like, all life. And
side hustling and
whatever they
doing
can,
what
bro,
they could to put food on the table, bro.
And clothes on your back. And it's like, you fucking go through that and you're kind of conditioned in a way to be like, well, this is it, you know, like I go to work and I do my thing and I get my, and that's like, that's how life works, and this is what I'm capable of, and that's like end of. And so from there, it's real easy to go spend your time on the internet watching what people do and criticizing and being like, that's shit, this is dumb, that's this,
why don't you go try it then? And because
to
them it might not be dumb.
And I don't know, I guess what I was trying to say is like, I don't think people do it because they actually think it's dumb. I think it's just because they're like mad at something else, and they're like, oh, fuck this guy, you know, like, what an idiot. And then they're like, that made me feel a bit better, like, yeah, I'll keep going, you know. And like you said,
just the Logan Paul on his YouTube.
Fuck you, Logan Paul.
You suck.
Nah, actually, all the people doing that, I think, should keep it up.
He's a tosser. No.
Fuck, I don't know, bro. That's I'd just take the piss, because who knows, man, like, you can meet that dude and it could be that, because I mean, think about stuff like Lady Gaga, bro. Think about her when she came out, bro. Wearing
everybody
meat dresses.
She was a man.
Bro, it was crazy. She was wearing meat dresses, fucking poker face, like all that shit. It was trippy. It was so trippy. And then now she's just like
normal.
She's Lady Gaga. It's all good. What is so like? And when she talks about it in interviews, she's like, "Yeah, I had to do all that shit." It's like how you stand out. Like I don't fucking do that stuff. Like, I'm a normal person. I just do that because that's what people fucking get attracted to, and they're like, "Whoa!" Like she's a singer, an incredible singer, musician, fucking all of that, and still like has to do all this extra shit. So when I see
that's
that,
not truly who they are.
exactly.
Yeah.
So when you see the fucking Logan Pauls and Jake Pauls and all that, it's like part of you's like tosser. Look at him, twat, and then you're like. You don't know. He might have just been like, all right, guys, I'm about to do some real stupid shit. Like, turn the camera on. Yeah. Like, and then they do the stupid shit, and then that's the end of. You don't
Off
see
camera,
the
he's a
before,
real
after.
nice guy.
Bro, maybe. Yeah. Who knows?
We don't know. He's probably just us.
And also, there's the flip side of that. Sometimes people act real nice on camera, and then you meet them in real life. You're like, you're a tosser.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so, I don't know. I guess it's just a good lesson to be like, fuck, take everything with a grain of salt. Don't judge anything too harshly. And, like, before you bring anybody down, you know, maybe look at where you're at first and then fucking, you know, see whether maybe you're just trying to bring them to your level, you know, like, because that's part of it too sometimes.
Try looking at it through their eyes, like, try looking at their thing through their eyes.
Yeah. But, I mean, bro, if I don't have food, or fucking, you know, if I'm struggling to pay rent, any of the above, bro, it's going to be way easier for me to hate cunts that are doing well.
Yeah.
Way easier, bro. And I've experienced it. Like, I've gone online and shit and been like, fuck these cunts. Like,
all this money.
Yeah, streaming, getting millions, fucking celebrities, like, bro, people that do stocks and shit. And you're just like, it feels like miles away from where you are, you know? And you know, I've just sat there and been like, whoa, the world's broken, you know? And it's like, fuck all of this. But I think something that helped me heaps was sort of focusing on what is in my control and then just focusing on that. Because what's outside of your control is fucking everything else, you know?
Yeah.
And that's a way bigger amount of things than there is within your, like, the shit you can control. And since I started sort of trying to focus on just that, it's weird, bro. Because do you ever feel like when you look at a phone, like, you're kind of, I guess, a part of something bigger? Like, you like look at it and you go down and it's like, whoa, I got the whole world here, you know?
Yeah, like you'll see a photo, of your nieces and that, nephews, and you belong to them, or like, you know, that's my family and that's like your whole world.
Yeah.
Like, I get it.
And so, like, if you do that and you're getting your stuff from your phone all the time, it's like, how often do you go see your niece and nephew? You know, it's like, oh, I've just saw them. I liked. Yeah. You know, like, or for me, it's like, I'll go on there and I just get all these real heaps of dopamine hits from like motivational videos and like fucking cunts doing crack up shit or like comedians and stuff. And by the time I get off, I'm like, life's good. Crack up. That was mean. And I've like done nothing. Like, I've just
achieved absolutely shit. Bro.
Yeah, but I feel like I've just put in a full day's work. You know, I'm like, that was taxing ass. Like, fuck. So, yeah, I don't know. It's trippy. Like, now that I've been putting rules around it. Everyone's different, bro. I want to say that. I'm always only talk from where I'm at, but like I've started putting rules around it. Like if I wake up and look at my phone, I'm like, fuck. Like everything always seems to go fucking skew with if I do that. Like it always ends up being hours, and then I fucking wake up and I'm like, oh, and then I have food, and then it's more phone, and then it's like I will feel whack ass to start my day. So like now it's I don't really go near my phone till after like you know, a couple hours after I wake up, so that I can actually just be like, oh, what do I want to do, you know? Because I've gone on my phone and looked at shit and been like, just depressed from it, you know? I'm like, oh, that sucks.
I don't want to see that.
And you start your whole day with that, and you're like, fuck.
Days over, just ruined.
Yeah, so I reckon fucking putting a little bit of a safeguard on it helps, you know? And then because it's a reminder of everything that's out of your control, you know? And it's like, oh, fuck that. Like,
get a message from the ex, you can't control that, bro. Those are the worst ones.
Bro. Honestly, sometimes I'd prefer a message. I find it worse when I see like just like a random picture or like their profile pops up or something, and you're just like,
it's just fuck that shit. Not those ones, no.
Yeah. No, I heard a couple things about like how much it emotionally drains you, like going through like scrolling shit. because you're still feeling the amount of emotions that you would if you were, you know.
Yeah,
like
you
when
see
s-
their photo and you instantly think of them, though. It's like,
Yeah, and
Yep.
you see you imagine if you saw a guy jumping off a cliff and he's got a GoPro on, it's like you're standing on the edge of that cliff, you know, you're like whoa,
Yeah,
and your whole body's like whoa, and then he jumps, you're like whoa, and then you come out of it, you feel like you just jumped off a fucking cliff.
yeah,
Like,
because you're with them, bro, and that fucking shot, you're
Yeah.
just, whoa.
and then you leave that phone and you're like drained because you're like I've just done a whole mission, you know,
Yep.
but you haven't, and so I don't know. I guess by not doing it as much, I kind of keep my energy for myself, you know, like, and that helps a little bit with those overwhelming times, you know, where you're like, this is too much. It's like, well, yeah, it's because I'm thinking about the whole world right now. Like, just eat some breakfast, bro.
So what do you do, bro, when you feel overwhelmed? Like, what's your go-to to, like, you know, help you get over overwhelmness?
I listen to my gut, bro, my heart, and I definitely I say that because it's always a few things. Like sometimes it could be a vape or a bong. Gotta be honest. Sometimes I'm like, fuck, that's actually what I need. But I find that out by meditating. Like whenever shit's like fucked up, I just literally just close my eyes and I'm like, just start breathing, and all I focus on is my breathing, and all I listen to is me. I'm just like, bro, like, have you ever been fucked as at a party and you're just like in the corner and you've just had a mean chunder? It's like, and everything's going on over there, right? Like there's a whole party.
Yeah.
But you don't give a
You just
fuck.
too
You're
busy
like,
having a
I've
truck,
got to
bro."
focus on my
Yep.
shit right now
No.
and get this done.
No.
I apply that mindset to meditating. Like whenever I meditate, I'm like, you're in the corner of the party throwing up. You need to sort your shit out.
Fucking work it out, bro. You're
Yeah.
embarrassing yourself in front of the boys.
yeah, but
Yeah.
also like, you know, the boys know. They're like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
they've been
fucking-
there,
yeah,
they've done that."
Exactly. So like,
Yeah.
fuck the embarrassment, fuck all of that. Just like, what do I need to do to make myself feel good? And like, if it's like,
Get up and have another beer.
yeah, bro, and
Yeah,
like
bro.
the voice in here or in here or in here, wherever, it'll tell you. And
Yeah.
so I just follow that voice, man. Like, and if it's fucking have a beer or a bong or whatever, okay, I'll accept that. But I'm not gonna just assume that's it. Like sometimes I might just sit and breathe and be like, oh, you just need some fucking water and a feed, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and have a mean feed, and then I'm like, oh, I was just hangry. Like, but yeah, so I think taking a minute to breathe is what I do, bro.
For me, bro, like when I've been like at a party and I've had a spew, the first thing I do is I reach for the next bottle. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
And like I usually don't spew, but like you can tell if I'm spewing, then fuck, I'm drunk. Like
Yeah.
send that fella home. Taxi.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
No, but that's the thing. Like, even when you're on the piss, it's like you're still following that thing. That's like, if you have another beer,
You'll be
it's-
sweet.
You're gonna be sweet. Like,
Yep,
just
you'll
keep going. You
Just
know.
restart, bro.
Yeah.
All good.
I'm the opposite, G. As soon as if I chunder, I'm like, it's water from now. Like,
You
I'm
can
just
always-
like, water and food, maybe some weed. Like,
Yeah,
you
you can
know,
always restart something in life, bro. Just because like you fail at it doesn't mean you can't restart it later.
Very true, bro.
Yep.
I love how you just use drinking more beers after you vomit to create a beautiful point.
That's just the shit that I think of, bro. Nah, that's it, though. Yeah.
It's on. Shit goes out of life. You can always restart. Yeah. Have another beer. Back to the top. Fuck.
But yep, that's fucking, and that's just down to, you know, people don't think outside the box, bro. Where people like you and I, we sit and have a conspiracy theory talk, and we're thinking outside the box. And most people that, going back to the people that go to work 9 to 5, they live an average life. While me and you were sitting there having a conversation about the most randomest shit
Yeah.
and having a good time and
Yeah.
living our life.
Yeah, bro.
Happy as.
Yeah. Because if we cark it tomorrow, bro, like it's
Life's
like,
over, like,
yeah,
you know.
glad I did this today.
Yeah, I
was a
fucking
good
got
day.
stoned with the bro.
exactly. Like, that's a good way to spend the day.
The bro came down with his podcast, and
Yeah.
fuck yeah, I'm glad my life ended that way. 'cause-
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Fucking
no.
oath. And I think too, man, like with the whole 9 to 5 thing as well, a lot of the time it's like people are just doing it, and like then it's not maybe not that they're not thinking outside the box, but it's just like less time outside
Yeah.
the box, you know? Because for that 9 to 5, you're in the box, bro. Like
Yeah,
that's
you're
what you're
stuck,
doing.
you're
Yeah.
trapped.
And that's like, you know, you got 24 hours, 8 of it sleeping, 8 of it working, 8 of it what? Like,
Yep.
fucking
Like when I was
getting
working
in
at
between the
McDonald's, bro, when my first job was McDonald's, and fucking me and the bro Zane, we were doing 18-hour days, 6 days a week, and we were sleeping in the crew room, bro. Fucking between shifts, we'd start at like 4 in the morning, work till like lunchtime, have to be off the floor at like lunchtime, sleep in the crew room at 1, get up at 1, back on the floor by 1:30 and we work right through to midnight. And yeah, we did that for the first...
half an hour kip? Just sleep for half an hour?
Just half an hour on the floor,
Whoa,
bro. And we did that for weeks on end.
That's pretty gnarly, man.
Just me and the bro, and that was McDonald's for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
And was it, like, expected? Or was it
Oh,
like,
it wasn't expected,
yeah.
it was just...
That
They
was
had
what it
nobody
was?
else to do it, and that's how it was.
Yeah.
Me and him were the newbies, and we were money hungry.
Yeah.
And obviously, money made people happy back then, but somewhere along the line, I've worked out money don't make people happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, back then, money made me happy, so I worked my fucking ass off and made that money. But yeah, we were sleeping on the floor in the crew room, bro, at McDonald's.
Fuck.
Me and the bro.
Yeah. It's funny how that shift has happened, eh? Not that, like, everybody's like, money that isn't what makes you happy, but I think more and more people are feeling that way now, you know?
Yep.
And it's hard because once more and more people come to that conclusion, it's like, well, what are we doing?
Yeah.
You know? I just don't want people to fuck it up by getting angry and just like rioting or something, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want it to get to that point. I don't think that's what I don't think some sort of big revolution is the answer. I don't think it needs to be blood and fire. Like, it could just be a conversation, which is why I'm doing this, because I think this is my only, I don't want to call it a solution, but possible idea
That you've got going on.
yeah, to help alleviate the pressure, bro, because we've got so much technology now. We can get food from the other side of the world to here.
Yeah.
We have all fruit all year round, all veg all year round. It's like crazy. And we throw away fucking half of it, you know? It's like, if we can't look at what we've got and realise that we have everything, as a collective, not necessarily as individuals, as some may have more than others, but as a collective, we've got everything, right?
Yep.
If we can just fucking make that slight adjustment to just be like, oh, let's share some of it. It's like fucking sweet, sorted. Like, so many people helped out. It's crazy. Have you ever walked through a supermarket with a hungry belly, bro? It's a fucking trip of an
It's
experience,
shocking, bro. It's fuck, I want that and
Yeah.
fucking that. Oh, fuck, a chocolate bar, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Oh, bag of chicken nuggets.
I walk past the pick and mix, be like, bro, those cashews look good. Like, I'm hungry for anything right now. Like,
Fucking big bottle of Coke.
yeah,
fuck
bro.
on.
And then you're just like I did it fucking last week, bro, because I was just, last couple of weeks have been pretty gnarly. That's why I haven't done any podcasts or anything. I've just been like,
Yep.
I had to make some changes and shit, I admit that, but like I just got to that point where I was like, fuck, because I did one too many trips to the supermarket with like enough for bread, you know?
Yeah,
It was
just
like,
enough for a loaf of bread.
I got like enough for a litre of milk and a loaf of bread, and I'm like, there's cups of tea and toast. I'm like, that's like
us.
breakfast, lunch, and
Yeah.
dinner. Like I could fucking,
mate.
I could do this, like, you know? And
It's a mind thing,
yeah,
bro.
bro,
Yep, and it is.
straight up, man.
Yep.
And I think it's just fucking nuts when you're walking past all this food. You're just like, it's all here.
Yep.
And I can't have it. It's like, what? Like, no wonder, like, people get
Imagine
fucked
if
off,
food
bro.
was free, bro. Just
Imagine. Even just some of it, bro, like, everyone has different theories about how this should go down, and I love that. Mine is like, just fucking meat, milk, you know, bread, veggies, fruit, like, make that shit free.
Yeah.
Because if all I have to buy is the Coke and the chocolate and shit, it's like, oh, that's all good. That's not actually that much, because that's the cheapest shit. It's like, but fuck it, all this other stuff that's probably better for me or whatever, it's like, I can't afford it. Like, it's too much. So, you know, if we can make that stuff free, then I think it's like,
there's like, they reckon there's 5.2 million people in New Zealand, bro. There's something like 6 cows to 1 human in New Zealand.
Fuck.
And, you know, you're telling us we can't eat meat for free. It's crazy, like.
that's
Fuck.
So
And that's reproducing too, so like, it's fucking bonkers, bro.
we make all the shit here, bro.
Yeah.
Like, if there was a place to do this thing, like the food, water, shelter, to try it, it's here, bro. Like, we have a fucking first world country with a working democracy. Well, I mean, you know, fuck, we could argue that all day, but the point is, you know, to a degree, it's working.
Yep.
And fucking all the livestock, all the fucking fruit and veg we could ever need.
The ocean.
Yeah.
We've got the ocean.
Bro, yeah, I always forget, bro. I don't eat fish. It sucks.
Oh,
it sucks.
bro, you're missing out, bro.
I know
Look,
I'm missing out,
yeah.
bro. I just wasn't raised on it. So,
Yeah.
like, now when I go to eat it, I'm like, yeah, let me try it. I'm
lean
just like, my
first.
body's like, fuck. And I'm like, come on, man, it's good for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, the ocean, of course, bro. And you fucking put all that together, it's like, we are a self-sustaining country.
Yeah,
if
we
want to
don't
be.
actually need the other countries, bro. They need us.
Yeah.
It's-
Well, this is the thing, man, is that we need them for turning the shit we make into like other shit.
Yeah.
But we don't need them. But they need us to make it in the first place.
Yeah.
And so the problem is that we send so much of our shit overseas because they can turn it into something else that we don't have the factories for, because we're just like, fuck that. We're not going to put factories in New Zealand. We're like, we don't want smoke in there. We don't want any of that. So we fucking do it all in China, you know? And then that's why China's fucking, everything's made in China. It's because they're like, we don't mind doing it here. We'll do it here. Sweet.
Because we're lazy.
Yeah.
Compared to China, we're lazy.
Well, fuck, I don't know, man. I think it's just different, you know? But, I mean, in terms of, like, what we produce, like, we're not lazy. Like, we fucking make fucking milk, meat, like, fruit, veg, all that. Like, the farming industry in New Zealand's fucking crazy.
It's massive.
And then, but in terms of, like, the industries, like, turning all the wood we chop down into fucking planks,
paper,
treated, and paper, all that shit. It's like, we don't have the facilities for how much we make. So like, say we make 1 million onions, you know, or fucking 50 million onions, just to make it bigger. It's like, say we make 50 million onions, even if every New Zealander ate 10 onions, it's like we're only just getting rid of the amount that we need. And it's like, to assume that every New Zealander is going to eat 10 onions every time that we make 500, it's like, it's just not, it's not working, you know? So we have to send all of those onions to a country like China or fucking whatever that has enough people that they're like, yeah, we need 50 million onions.
It's crazy, bro, because like, when you're talking about onions in there, it's making me think of Mr. Apple, because I used to work at Mr. Apple, and bro, we bagged 7 million bags of apples in one season, and it all got sent to England, bro. We got left with the, like, low-grade apples, and it buzzed me out. I was like, why are we eating the low-grade shit, and we're sending our good-quality apples across the ocean? Like, it makes no sense to me, man.
Me neither. And you're paying $9 for a block of butter.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? Like,
bro.
we made that. Like, how's it $9, bro?
That's where the cavemen had it sus. They didn't have to worry about money and shit, bro. They just fucking...
They just got to worry about tigers.
Yeah, they just got on with their life, man.
Mammoths and shit. That's the fucking... Bro, and this is the thing, man, is it's like... We've created this version of life where we like stuff so much, bro. Just stuff for stuff's sake, you know? Like, so it's not fucked it up, but it's taken us real far away from how much satisfaction we get from the basic shit. Like,
it's like, you know, internet wasn't as big as when it was back when I was younger, bro. It used to be you're outside, enjoying life, riding bikes, playing rugby with your boys, and nowadays it's, what are you up to, bro? Oh, playing the game online, cuz. The internet
Let's not leave our house.
All sit inside and play the game, and nobody's out. Like, you'll barely see any kids running around the streets no more playing rugby on the front lawn, bro.
Fuck. I always get happy when I see kids on bikes and shit, bro. I'm just like, mean.
It takes you back to, that's what our childhood used to be, and you look at it now and it's like, wow.
Yeah, it's scary, man. I like to think, though, because I used to, when I was working in a barbershop, bro, they have lots of boys come through from Boys High and shit like that, bro. These kids are like 16, G, maybe, some of them younger, like 14, 15, just depends on the fucking, you know, whatever. And like, bro, so self-aware.
Fuck, like, I just forgot that the bro was here, to be honest. You're just so quiet, brother. Sorry.
Fly on the wall, bro.
Sorry for cutting you off, brother.
I saw you look over and get a fright, and I was like,
what the fuck?
Let's crack up. I thought you were looking because I said 16. I was like, the bro's not 16. He's way older than that. But anyway, fucking, you know, these kids come in and I'm like thinking the same thing. I'm like, probably going to have fuck all in his brain. He's probably just like knows about TikTok and Fortnite, you know? And then, bro, I've had some kids sit down and they just got looks in their eyes, eh? And I'm like, you all good, bro? And they're like, yeah, sweet as, man. And I'm like, all right. And they talk to you like they're fucking 25. And you're like, bro, how are you like this? And I had this one kid, I was like, bro, it was scary how wise, like how his energy just felt so fucking experienced already. And I was just like, how are you like this? And he just goes, bro, the internet. He's like, I have access to every bit of information ever. He's like, do you know how much shit that I've seen? I was like, fuck. He's like, I've seen some fucked up shit on the internet. He's like, that affects me, you know? And this kid's 16 and he's like, fuck, he's like a stone cold killer. I'm like, you shouldn't have this much in your brain at that age, you know?
Like, you take it back to when we were his age, fucking, we wouldn't have known half the shit that this, like, you know, he would have known. It's like, the newer generations, like, they're further evolved.
Yeah.
it's like, wow,
So,
fucking...
bro, do you know what I reckon's a positive from that though, right? You think about it. If kids are learning more younger, that means that they're copping on earlier.
Yeah.
You know, like they'll be 18 and be like, nah, this is buzzy. You know, before they fucking spend 2 years at uni and rack up 30
do
grand
something
worth of debt.
stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Or start an apprenticeship they don't want to finish or whatever. You know, like people do that all the time at that age because they're just like, oh, I'm just, you know, doing the thing.
Yeah.
But kids now, they see it. They're so because the internet,
know
they can
what they
see the
want to
guy
be.
that does this. Yeah, exactly, and they can follow their path, and they're not so. I don't know. I mean, I'd have to talk to some kids actually, probably to be sure, like you know, teenagers and stuff. But I mean, when we were in high school, it was like uni was pushed so hard. It was like university
You
entrance.
need to go to university.
And then
boys.
all my mates that went and got trades have houses and cars now. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, why didn't we talk about this? Like,
it's...
fucking builders and sparkies and shit. Like, all those homies that did that are sus now. Like, they work fucking hard. Like, it wasn't easy.
Their asses off, bro.
But they're also in a way better position financially than I am, you know? So, and fuck, I went to uni for a year, did that thing where I was just like, this is not what I thought it was, I'm out, you know, fuck this.
It's like, I know a bro, and he went to university twice, bro, and he started the first class, and he got, like, up to, like, the third semester in, and he just had a complete change of mind, and was like, fuck, this is gay.
Yeah.
And then he went back and tried another course, and one semester later, and that was gay to him, too. And
really?
he just, he didn't like it. He was like, fuck this, I don't want to study, I'm going to go work.
Yeah.
And he's one of the most intelligentest people I've ever met in my life, and he just,
I mean, bro, I've learned some stuff after fucking, not going to university, but like, learned some stuff about university through people that have been through university. Like, my second episode is this dude, Steve Keen, right? He's an economist. And he basically just said, if you go to university and you learn economics, yeah, bro.
Yeah, I watched it, but
yeah, it was good, eh?
It was on.
And he's like, if you go to university and you study economics, they're going to teach you bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, literal bullshit. It's not real. It's just fucking, it's the mainstream thought. And you're going to finish that degree, you're going to come to the end of it and be like, oh, okay, that was fucking a waste of time, you know? So you can't help but wonder how many other industries are like that and how much, like, fuckery there is just in your time there, being like, what am I even doing? I'm just regurgitating shit that isn't even true, and then by the time I get to the end of it, I have to, like, it's my job to then disprove it. And then people go out, right, they commit, they disprove it, they're like, here's the new science, and then it's like, oh, we can't say that that's the new science. And they're like, why? And it's like, because we need hundreds of thousands of people to say that that's the new science.
Yes.
And it's like, but it's here. I've done it. It's like, no, we need people to agree and we need people to confirm, and then maybe in 20 years we'll start teaching your book in university. And it's like, it's too late by then. In 20 years they've learned something that disproves that cunt. It's like, we're moving too fast to teach ourselves where we're up to. And I think that's actually, like, to fucking full circle it, like, kids and the internet and that could be a good thing in that way. It's just, as long as it's not too soon, you know? I think fucking any kid that, it was just my opinion, but kids fucking 12 and under, bro, they shouldn't even look at it. Fucking,
they shouldn't touch a phone,
nah,
bro.
Nah. TV, bro, or like, you know, watching a movie or like whatever, great, but YouTube or scrolling of any kind, bro, I'm against.
It's
personally.
like, go outside and eat a worm, bro. That's, like, you know.
Bro, straight up. Well, fuck, I did that. Did you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even watched the old movie, How to Eat Fried Worms.
Yeah, bro. Gee, that's
that
what
was at
did
the
it.
fucking date.
Yeah, I was like, this cunt ate all of those. I was like, you go outside and there's you and the bro, and it's like, there's only one thing we got to do.
Oh,
and
fucking
you're
deep
like,
fry that worm for
oh shit, I remember it like it was yesterday, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Peri Road with fucking Bradley Stewart.
Old Bradley Stewart. What's he up to these days?
Fuck, bro. Last time I spoke to him, he was doing well. I haven't spoken to him in a while, but yeah, we had some yarns over Messenger, and he seemed like he was doing good, but no, I haven't seen him in a fucking age.
But easy, eat the worms, bro. Go outside and eat the worms.
Yeah, bro.
And that's what the younger generation really need too, bro. They need to, like, honestly, if they spent as half the time outside as they do on devices, they're like, you know, maybe they'll actually, like, not saying that they're not living, but they really ain't, like.
Yeah. I see you because I live up next to Napier Girls, bro.
Yep.
And like cruise past all the time, and I always see girls in their cars, bro. Like obviously they've just hit year 12 or year 13, and they're fucking finally got their phones and got their license. And bro, like in the mornings at lunchtime, fucking there's always like 3 to like 10 cars of just like some girl with her knees up on the wheel, just like on her phone, bro. And I'm like, fuck, man, that like half an hour when you got to school before school started was such a crazy time to do shit. It
Go
was
play
like,
touch on the tennis court.
bro,
or
yeah, you see everyone, you're like, what's up, bro? And you're like, fuck, let's go. Yeah, you're like, oh, fuck, I gotta go to tutor now. Like, you know, but that first bit was always mean.
What are you getting from the canteen?
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. I think maybe, you know, it's easy to assume that they're spending all their time on it, but it's like, they must have a balance, eh? Like, there must be. You still want to be social. You still want to be known. Like,
it's like if, like you know, if we ever got the chance to like opportunity to go back to high school for one day, would you take it?
Yeah,
I would.
Yep.
Same. In a heartbeat, bro. I'd be in there. I'd be like, this is cool.
Yeah, hard. Fuck. Oh, wow, I just had a real sad thought, but fuck. It's like, you know, not everybody's still alive from high school. You know, it's like, fuck, you'd be able to see homies and shit. You don't even, but you know, like, fuck.
Some people, I don't even know where they've gone, bro. Like,
Yeah. Bro, is there any DHS for reunions? Is that a thing? Like, do they do that? You know, like,
I think they're having like a 125-year one coming up or something, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I did see something about it.
But, like, you know how, I think it's a real American thing where it's like the class of, you know,
class
20,
of
16 or 9. Yeah.
Yep.
And then in fucking 50 or whatever, how many years, you know, they fucking meet up again. Yeah. And they do, like, a thing. We should do that.
Yeah, that would be fucking cool.
Even if it was like fucking like a 5-year gap, you know, if it was like class of 2000 to 2016 or whatever, you know, like it's just like this is the fucking anyone.
Well, you would have been what, 2011 to 2016?
Yeah, G.
Yeah, see, I was 2010 to 2013, but 13 guys don't drop out of school. Nah.
Well, I mean, fuck, who knows? Maybe, maybe it's not a bad option.
Yeah, bro, if you got a job like I had and you're working full time and fuck, drop out. No.
Yeah, fuck. As long as you're doing what you want to do, that's the main thing. But bro, like I wouldn't have. I did year 15 because I wanted to do the whole. I wanted to see if I could get here, boy. I was like, I want to fucking try.
And you got it anyway. Fuck, that's the one. Achieved your goal.
I was the fucking bro. I was the most questionable hit boy of like at least 5 years, bro. Like there was a good fucking window there where it was like, nah, those are all solid boys. Yeah, and then I got it and I was like, fuck, this is pretty, bro. I don't know. And like, not talking myself down or anything, but like, bro. It was like, I think...
You just compare yourself to, like, you know...
Like, bro, the year before was Riley G.
Yeah,
like, Riley Henley G.
Yeah.
And then, like, all the Galloways and Greg Berry shit, and it's just like... All
then
those,
there's you,
me, bro. Like, little stoner, bro, just like, oh, fuck, for real. Like, I was talking to Sam Morgan G just before they called my name out, because they called out Sean Yule, and I was like, oh, if Sean's deputy, I was like, Jack Burry's going to be head boy. I was like, fuck, you know? And I was like, Sam, I was like, bro, we're going to get so fucked up tonight at the afters, G. And then they called my name out, and I was like, oh, shit. I still got fucked up at the afters. It was mean, yeah. But, bro, like, I had to, bro, I got to tell you the guys a story. So before I like even was, you know, fucking getting to the head boy part, we did peer mentoring in year 12.
Yeah.
Did peer mentoring. It was mean. Fucking did it with Jaden. He was we just played basketball every time, as gangster. And we got to the end of it, and then the counsellor's like, all right, we're gonna sit down and talk. And I was like, oh yeah, like Jaden's fucking mean. He's a good kid. Like opened up heaps. We started chatting way more. Like, you know, fucking blah blah blah. She's like, actually no, I'm here to talk about you. I was like, me? What have I done? Yeah. And she's like, well, I know you want to go for head boy, and I just, you know, I just want to know what you think about your chances. What do you think about all that? And I was like, I started talking some bullshit, big bullshit, like, you know, just whatever you think a teacher wants to hear, you know. And then she was like, woo, woo. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, sorry, that was my bullshit radar going off. Yep. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, all right, you want to talk for real?
To me, yeah.
I was like, okay, you're a counsellor. I was like, so everything I say right now isn't going to leave this room anyway. She's like, yep. I was like, all right, firstly, you're talking about the fact that I'm a stoner. Like, everyone thinks I'm a stoner because fucking... somebody in a EIT class or what an IT class fucking said to Miss Lockheed that I was a stoner. Like they were like, "What about him for your boy?" And they're like, "Oh, not that stoner." And I was like, "So
fucking stoned,
this whole fucking thing's going around the school." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." It's like, so that's pretty much what I'm fucking done for. And she was like, "Well, isn't there anything you can do about it?" I'm like, "What am I gonna do? Go see Dr. D and tell him that I'm not a stoner and I won't smoke weed if I get here, boy?" And she was like, "Well, maybe." And I was like, all right. And I went and I talked to Dr. D and I sat down and I told him that I wasn't a stoner and that I wouldn't smoke weed if I got here, boy.
And you got here, boy.
I didn't say it like directly. We had like a we're not talking about this thing kind of
But
conversation.
we're talking about
But we're
it.
talking about
Yeah,
this thing.
yeah.
Because like I was playing tennis with fucking Anna Saunders at the time.
Yep.
And she was deputy. And so I was like fucking, or a prefect. Oh no, was she deputy? I don't know. Anyway. So
One or two.
yeah, so we sat down and bro, Dr. D pulls out his pen and pad. Because he thinks I'm about to snitch on some cunts. And then I was like, yeah, I'm actually here to talk about me. And he's like, what? He's like, you came here to talk to me about you. And I was like, yeah, bro. And he's like, oh, okay, Buzzy, what's going on? I was like, oh, well, just, there's a lot of stuff going around in the rumour mill about me. And I just wanted to come in here and just have a yarn for you and let you know that, like, I'm very clear on my focus. And if I can, if I get here, boy, like, I'm going to do the best that I can. He was like, oh, really? Like, I haven't heard anything like that, sort of trying to get me to say some shit.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, well, that's okay if you haven't, just wanted to put it out there because I'm worried that there's a perspective of me that isn't true, and like as much as parts of it were true, like I wasn't a fucking dumbass, I still could do my shit. But I knew that from Anna that he'd been asking, so he did know.
Like, he knew everything.
He knew, I knew, he knew, and we just had this fucking weird thing. And then he's like, okay, so if you get it, you're fucking on the straight and narrow. He's like, yeah, no, that sounds pretty good. I appreciate you coming to talk. He's like, is there anything else? I'm like, no, that's it, bro. He's like, sweet. And then, yeah, fucking got it.
It's just straight up honesty because you walked in and you were straight up honest with him, bro.
Yep. I was like, I'm fucking, but then I didn't follow through very well.
Oh, well,
I definitely smoked weed while I was head boy, bro. I'm doing assembly stone, bro. I used to get up. Yeah, G. I don't know if anyone knew. I don't know if you knew, bro. I was up there, G, just like fucking high as a kite, bro. Just like morning school, like fucking Mr. Carr's gonna talk, fucking sit down, just like, well, then the bros there front row who I just smoked with cracking up. I'm like, fucking shut up, bro. Like, trying not to look at him, like, when the bro makes you laugh, I was just like, fuck.
The thing that used to always get me in, bro, they would walk in and be so serious, school, please stand, and we would all have to stand. The fuck, what the fuck, cunt? Like, I'll never get over that, bro.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like,
and the fucking guy telling you to stand up's higher than anybody in the room.
yeah.
It was questionable as, man. I definitely didn't take it too seriously in terms of like how, I don't know, how much pressure I put on myself to try be what a head boy is meant to be. I was just like, why did I get this? And I just realised, I was like, well, it's because I spend lunchtime and fucking playing rugby on the field or basketball on the courts, or I'm in the fucking graphics room playing a computer game, or I'm in the fucking chemistry room playing a card game, or I'm just lying out on the lawn, like I hung out everywhere.
Yep.
And I'm like, that's where I got it. It's because I fucking know every cunt in my
Everybody knows who you are.
and I got no qualms with anybody. Like, I'm all good. And then I was like, all right, I'm just going to keep doing that. So I just spent the year hanging out with cunts, bro. And it was fucking mean. Like, we had a real cool year group. We had, like, good people. There wasn't too much shit, Everybody got on for the most part. And like, that was way more valuable than trying to, like, have a stick up my ass and be something that wasn't real, Like, and that I'm grateful for. I'm glad I wasn't like, oh, time to fucking be this guy. It's like, well, actually, nah. Like, just be a normal cunt and fucking chat with people and hang out and shit and, like, be approachable and don't act like now that you're head boy it's anything
different
crazy.
Because it's not.
Nah, it wasn't, bro.
You're still the same you just got the blazer, bro.
Yeah, straight up. Just means I gotta fucking make sure I don't smoke too much weed in the morning.
Yeah.
For assemblies,
All good.
Nah, I wasn't that, man. There was a couple times towards the end of the year when I was like, oh, I'm pretty fucking sure I can manage this, Like,
fucking sweet ass.
Yeah, we'll be alright. And then
jump up there, see everybody looking at you. Fuck.
Yeah, bro, straight up. And I was like, damn, definitely not doing this too much.
Yeah.
I made a joke once. You remember how Dr. D got cancer?
Yeah, bro. Yep.
Yeah, G, and he came back and I was like, I was pretty high. And I was like, yeah, Dr. D, like, good to have you back. Like, assemblies weren't quite as long without you. And, like, bro, everyone cracked up. And I was like, fuck, that was pretty questionable, actually. And I, like, looked back at him and he was laughing too. And I was like, ah, sweet.
Easy,
good.
easy.
Yeah. I was like, fuck, that was real on the line. Like,
Yeah.
But, yeah. No, I'm very grateful to have grown up there, bro. And, like to have had the opportunities and stuff. But, yeah, like, staying to year 13, I didn't go to uni, I didn't do any of that stuff. I actually did it just because I like seeing the homies and like hanging out.
Hanging out with the bro, eh?
Yeah.
Yep.
And aware that everything was going to change, As soon as that year was up, it was like, now you're in the real world,
Yep. Hello,
Yeah.
That's like when I was there, bro. I used to show up to eat my sandwiches and go play in the fucking deep pool. That was me.
Yeah.
I didn't like going to class or...
Bro, how long did you tread water for?
It was like
It was like fucking
Couple of
crazy.
hours.
It was, eh?
Yeah, but he broke the record, cuz.
Yeah.
They were all looking at me like, fuck this cunt, I knew, and it was easy, bro.
Yeah.
It was just another day to me, just happy as.
I remember it, G. I remember coming in and being like, how long's he fucking been in there? And I thought it was a couple hours, but I was like, I didn't want to exaggerate,
Yep.
but fuck, that was mad, bro.
But yeah, I think because they let me off of period 4 and I started on period 3 and I went right through lunch, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 2.5 hours.
Fuck. That's mad, bro.
And they were all sitting there looking at me like, fuck, and I was just like, easy. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy as.
What about any teachers, bro? Like out of all the teachers, like is there any ones that you'd want to fucking give some love to and fucking acknowledge? Mine's got to be Mr. Wheeler, bro.
Mine's Mr. Hill.
Yeah,
He
bro.
was a
Rest
cool
in
old
peace,
bugger, bro. R.I.P. to the bro.
Yeah, hard.
But yeah, he was a cool old bugger. I liked him.
Me too, bro.
Yep, and Mr. Story, bro. I like Mr. Story too.
Fuck yeah.
Honestly,
we actually had pretty fucking decent
We
lineup,
did,
eh?
bro.
Like, we had a good.
if you ever got the chance to sit down and play a game of chess with Mr. Story, bro, straight up, coolest.
Bro, I love chess now, bro. I play it way more.
He's like the best player I've ever played against, bro. And
Really?
honestly, insane.
Because I remember we did a chess tournament at lunchtime one time, and Dr. De Villiers was walking around talking like he knew everything, and that didn't surprise me because he seems like the type of guy. But I don't remember Mr. Story being there. Maybe he was, and he was just more quiet because he was like,
Yep.
I remember Dr. D coming over. He's like, "You got checkmate in 3 moves," and I was like, "Bro, I don't fucking see anything." Right
Yeah,
now."
just looking at the ball like, where cunt?
yeah. Nah, that's mean. Yeah, fuck. I might have to. Is he still teaching or what's he up to?
I think he's just retired now, bro.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a good chess player, bro, and I love playing chess with him.
Mean. I might see if I can fucking reach out and go down Dannevirke, have a game with him and
Yeah,
fucking
it'd be a
maybe
cool
do a
one to
pod.
have. Have a pod on, bro.
Yeah,
Yep.
hard. That'd be awesome. Yeah. No, I'd say, for me, it's Mr. Wheeler just because he fucking really facilitated my brain, bro. Like, he was the most stimulating teacher in terms of letting me think about trippy shit.
Oh, and Richard Munyaporu.
Bro.
Coolest guy I've ever met, hands down.
Bro. Fuck yeah. I was honestly like, I just said Mr. Wheeler because he's always like at the top, but like, fuck. Then Miss Miller, bro, she was my tutor teacher.
Yep.
Her and she taught me for English 1 year. Her and Mr. Wheeler both said something to me that I think was like the most fucking significant shit as a kid. And the first was Miss Miller. I came in without my assignment, and I was like, "Sorry, miss, like I fucking missed that." She's like, "I know why you're apologizing to me." She's like, "I don't care." And I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Like, this is where you give me shit and tell me to do better. And she's like, "I don't give a fuck. It's not my
Job.
It's like, I'll mark whatever's here, but if you don't bring stuff, you fail." She's like, "That doesn't affect me." And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Cool, though.
all right.
Like, you just show up to class and
do the thing and fucking, it's on me. It's my high school, It's
Yep.
my fucking thing
That's
at the
like
end of the year. Like,
year 12 English, year 11 English, bro. I got 1 credit for English, all because I showed up for class. No.
is that it?
Yeah.
Is that how it works? You get a credit for that?
Yeah, 1 credit
true.
to show up,
I
bro.
didn't know that.
Me and the bro, we just used to show up to class and talk shit and cause chaos, bro. And at the end of the year, we ended up with 1 credit each for attendance because we showed up for English
That's
class.
wild. The only English teacher I ever clashed with a little bit was Miss Menzies.
The old one. Yeah, bro. She was an old bag.
Do you know
bro.
why? Do you know why though, bros? Because we had to do a writing assignment, and it was like, you had to read like 4 books over the year, but you could do poems if you wanted.
Yep.
So I was like, sweet, I'll just do 4 poems at the end of the year. Like, it won't take me long to read those. Fucking read about them, get some understanding, write an essay. I was like, that's a week's work, And bro, it got to maybe 2 weeks before it was due, and she came over to my table, bro, blank page, done nothing. And she was like, "Yep, that's what I thought." She's like, "Nah, I'm pulling you out, you fail." And I was like, "You can't fail me before, I do the thing. You have to wait for me to hand it in." And she was like, "No." And I was like, "Fuck." So I fucking went home, pumped it out, bro, did everything I needed to do that week, handed it in, gave it to her, bro. And she pretty much just wrote on it, "This is a joke," fucking took the pit, was just like, "You haven't done anything, you haven't read any of this, blah, blah, blah."
But
just
it was probably all
absolutely
legit.
butchered me. I don't know, bro. I mean, to be fair, I didn't put enough effort in to constitute what I think her expectations might have been.
Yep.
And I have to understand that. But telling a kid that they fail before they put anything in, it was
just-
like, fuck, bro, that is questionable as, man.
My first day of school, bro, high school, year 9, walked into old Mr. Passage's classroom.
Oh.
Bro, I got kicked out because I was my brother's younger brother.
No way.
They shit, he read out my name on the roster. He was like, Detroit Abraham V. I was like, yeah, that's me. And he was like, get out. I was like, you fucking what? And he was like, yeah, you're Sean Abraham V's little brother. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly who I am. Yeah, out.
Hey, did he talk to you outside?
No, he just
Send you off?
see you later. I've had.
Oh, that's
yeah.
yuck, bro.
Fucking.
I thought he was going to come outside and be like, all right, bro, I had a hard time with your brother.
Nah.
Let's have a good relationship,
It
you know?
was-
Like, nah, just send you off.
Yeah, it was none of that. I had to
How
go
the
to
fuck's
the
that supposed to help you learn, bro?
Yeah,
Like,
I had to go to the office and I got transferred out to old fucking Mr. McKenzie.
oh, yeah?
Yeah, Mr. McKenzie's
Yeah.
maths class.
Okay, mean.
Yeah.
Oh, Mackay.
Oh, Mr. Mackay, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, oh, there's a mix.
And his
yeah.
wife used to make the brownies.
Yeah,
nice
Mrs. Mackay.
brownies, bro. I tried
Yeah.
to get her to make like hash brownies. She wasn't keen.
Nah, because she keeps them at home.
Yeah, for herself.
She's like, I'm not fucking sharing with you guys. She's like, those are for after school.
Yeah. It was like, fuck, I remember this one girl, bro, in food tech, old fucking Mrs. Passard class. She lit up a joint in class, bro. No shit. Her little brother was like, you know how down the side where the technology gate is, and you used to walk out the gate and go to the fields?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, down past the food room, her little brother walked through that gate, bro, and yeah, she lit up a joint in the middle of the classroom and was puffing it out, passing it out to the window to her brother, and they were having a sesh, bro.
Holy shit.
In the middle of the class, I was like, you out of a bitch, I'm in a joint.
Yeah.
I was like, fucking cool.
It's already happening.
Yeah,
you know?
how much trouble can I get in it? You know, it was
All good.
all good.
Fuck. Bro, we once, it was it was early, maybe like year 10, maybe year 11. It was too early. But anyway, we went back to my house for lunchtime because I live just down the road.
Yep.
And I don't even know if I should say this. Fuck it, who cares? My parents had like a bottle of, not a bottle, like a box of homebrew spirits in our shed.
Oh,
So we used to go home and fucking play darts in the shed, G. And it
Yep.
was like, bro, harmless. We would smoke ciggies sometimes. I'll admit that. We'd smoke ciggies, maybe like fucking have coffee or whatever. And that was like real rebellious when you're year 10, you know? You're
Yep.
like, whoa. And then fucking one day the bro found the box of all of the fucking alcohol and he's like, yo.
Yeah, we
and I
are.
just like wasn't at a point in my life of like with self-confidence or like
drinking.
control over my friends to be able to be like, nah, you know? I was just like, yeah, all good. Like,
Yeah.
you want some? I was like, nah, like I don't want to participate, like, but
Yeah.
I don't want to be like gay and be like, nah, you know? So I was like, all right.
Yeah, have a
and then,
drink, you know?
bro, these cunts got so fucked up, G. Like, fucking Sam Morgans was walking, no.
Where was that fella these days, bro?
Gee, he's in fucking Amsterdam, bro.
True.
Yeah,
oh,
gee,
bro.
yeah.
Oh, jealous.
Yeah, bro.
He's probably at the old fucking They've got the red line down there, and it's like
The red light
Yeah,
district?
the red light district, brother, and fucking
Yeah.
both
I know it all too well, bro. Not because of those reasons, as I just said that. I should probably be careful what I say. Nah, I got pickpocketed there.
Oh, true.
Yeah. So when I was like, I think it was first year after high school, I did a gap year. And when I was like getting to the end of the year, I was like, I'm not, because I was in England, I was like, I have not come all this fucking way to not take a 30-minute flight to Amsterdam. You know, like
Yep.
I'm going. So we went to Amsterdam. I was there for 3 days. Yeah, and the first day, I fucking smoked a joint, went to this bar, Bulldog, fucking smoking more joints, like actually having a mean time, bro. Like hanging out
Did
with
you
the
go
homies
to
and
the old
shit.
fucking like the old cafes, the weed cafes?
Yeah, bro.
Bro.
You can pretty much smoke everywhere, but there's like places you can smoke inside and stuff. It's like, it's a real weird grey area with weed, but everybody fucking, you know, it is what it is.
Yep.
But we were leaving one of those cafes, the Bulldog, and we fucking went through the red light district on the way to a place where we could get a brownie before we went home. And
Oh, you had a weed, bro? You sure? Oh, yeah, all good.
good man, looking after the boat.
Yeah, fuck, I thought he was just sitting there.
Yeah.
All good.
So I'm walking through the red light district and fucking looking at all the girls in the doors and shit, bro. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
as you do.
naturally, I'm like, this is fucking crazy, you know? And get to the brownie store afterwards and yeah, my wallet was gone. And I was like, oh shit. And then I was so high. It's just like, you know, you're going to have trouble finding it, even if it's where it's meant
It's
to be.
gone, yeah.
It was gone, bro. I went back, I had a look and it didn't work out. And yeah, I spent 2 days in Amsterdam, no money, no food. Just fucking like living off the kindness of people. And there was a fucking there was a Kiwi dude. He was like half Kiwi, half Aussie. forgotten his name, but he was a fucking lifesaver, bro. He
Helped up bro find the bro, eh?
literally, yeah, straight up. That would be
Yep.
fucking crazy if anyone can fucking find that cunt.
That would be insane if you could pull that off.
That would be. That was like fucking 6 years ago now, and we were staying at a fucking campground in Amsterdam, and he had a bond called Billy Bug. That's
Billy Bug.
all I've got. And he just came over to me. He's like, fuck, all good, bro. I was like, yeah, G, just fuck chilling. He's like, fuck. Because I was freestyling. Oh, no, sorry. It was actually these two French guys. They came over because I was freestyling. And they were like, oh, you do parlez-vous français? I was like, nah, bro, I don't speak French. Like, but I got English down. And he's like, oh, yeah, sweet. He's like, bro, you doing impromptu, like, And I was like, impromptu? He's like, like, I was like, oh, freestyles. He's like, yeah. I was like, bro, put on a beat, and like me and these two French dudes just start rapping. They're pure French. I have no idea what they're saying, but fuck, it sounded sick. Like, they were just like going
One
hard.
of those moments that you'll never experience again, but it just happens,
Literally,
eh,
bro. And because of that, that's what pulled over the homie. And he was like, whoa, what are you guys doing? And I was like, oh, just freestyling and shit. And he's like, oh, Joe, come over. Like, fucking, he's like, what's going on? I had a doobie, like, shared it with him. It was like all I had. I was like, yeah, fuck, passed it around. And then a couple of British people came, some dude from, like, Slovenia or something real random. There's a guy from Boston in America, and then there was a couple of, like, locals. And then this dude and his partner, they were, like, Aussie Kiwi. And, bro, this whole group of people just like sitting, smoking, chilling, all telling stories, and then eventually they're like, so what's your buzz? I was like, oh, I've been here for a day, got pickpocketed yesterday, got no money, got no food, like, just fucking, that's my last joint, God, like, I'm just chilling, like, waiting for some money to come through from my uncle, like, hoping it's gonna come over in time, but because of the transfers of everything, it didn't end up working out. But as soon as I said that, bro, this British couple, got up, went into the shop, came out for all these snacks, like, here you go, bro, like, eat up, and then the Kiwi bro's like, gee, smoke up, like, fuck, have whatever you want, and they just pretty much looked after me, like, the whole time I was there, and I was like, yeah, it was wholesome as, bro. It was real beautiful. So.
That's the one.
Yeah, and I made up for it. I've been back to Amsterdam 2 times since then, and those were me. They were good times. No pickpocketing. I was
just enjoyed it.
Yeah, but that's where Sam is, G. So he's over there. He's got a missus now over there. He was in Belfast for a little bit, I'm pretty sure, and then
moved
over, and I'm pretty sure his missus is German or something.
Oh, he'll be loving it.
Yeah, bro. I'm pretty sure he's quite happy. I actually owe him a phone call because we were having a yarn a little while ago, and I was just about to go somewhere, and I didn't get to finish it, but. Yeah, he seems to be doing alright, bro.
That's the one.
Yeah. But yeah, it is crazy, bro, where people end up. Bro, Jesse, another fucking Jesse Williams, G. Yeah, he's fucking engaged to my cousin Caitlin now, G.
Engaged?
Yeah, bro, they're getting married next year, bro.
Where's old Hunter Boogies?
No idea, bro. I haven't heard or seen from him in ages. But he had some babies, so like he's.
Yeah, I know he's got kids.
Yeah. I don't know what he's up to though.
Still on Dannevirke.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's probably just fucking. Is he still fencing and shit? Probably, yeah. Yeah, man. Just cooking. Yeah, he's fencing, fucking paying the bills, going hunting. Like, he'd be loving it. Bro.
It's like, I know old Tyson Kalilo, he's over in fucking. Oh shit, where was he? Perth.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's training to be a UFC fighter, bro.
That does not surprise me.
Yeah.
Bro. That can't. Bro, he was always like.
Built for it.
Yeah. And he would always take down bigger fellas than him, bro. Like, he was that dude that taught me, like, doesn't matter how big they are, bro. They can't go anywhere if their ankles are together. And I was like, true. Yeah, fuck. But yeah. Nah, that's the cool part about this conversation, bro, is like, fucking. All the like avenues that it opens and people that have been in touch and shit, bro. Like you especially, like it just gave me that feeling of like, oh, cool with the whole Dannevirke buzz, bro. Because I was nervous about it. I was like, I don't know if anyone back home's gonna be like
enjoy it or get into it.
Yeah, bro. But nah, like I fucking there's some mad support, bro. Like people send messages and stuff, and it always means a lot, bro. Dan Sinclair, G, had him on a little while ago. That was fucking mean. And it's cool, man. It's cool. It's a cool reason to reconnect with people and shit.
Sick.
I'm really hoping that like heaps of cunts will see this and be like, oh fuck, bro, come down to Dannevirke, we'll do this, and I'll be like, yeah,
surely,
on, because now I go down there, I'm like, I don't know who's here still.
Yeah, I don't, you don't know, eh, bro? It's just fuck, they could be anywhere. No.
Yeah. Fuck. I gotta chuck a piss. I reckon we could probably wrap it up.
Yeah, solid.
But before I do, I always ask, is there any like piece of advice you'd give to just a fellow human?
Just live life, bro. Don't worry about money or fucking, how flash or shit is. Just live in the moment and enjoy it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
All good, my brother. Thank you for coming
Aaron
down.
For sitting quietly.
Right. Foundation 97. Fuck. Let's go.
Perfect. I'm